Hey, welcome to Vibing with Vicky. I'm so excited to be here today. I know I've been getting lots of text messages about part two on the missing piece, and we're going to think about that. Am I missing or am I waiting? So, lots and lots of stuff have taken place on today. I had also, let me just start off by talking about what's going on for the rest of this week, Monday through Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. on NAS Studio 716 or NAS 716 Studio. You can find on Mondays Clearing the Mist with Ken Hamilton. On Tuesday is myself vibing with Vicky. On Wednesdays, Faith Matters with Dr. Nasir Khan. And on Thursdays is Mind Your Business with Nas. So please tune in Monday through Thursday at 6 o'clock. You never know what you're going to hear and what you're going to get. And like I always say, if you can't use it now, you might use it later. So can all you get and get all you can, right? Get all you can and can all you get. Because, I'm from the old school when they used to can food. Pull it out later on and it's even better. So some of you out there know all about that. So today I had the privilege of being at the John Duke Center, and I was there with Mr. Robert. Can't remember Ramus, Mr. Robert Ramus, and he turned 101 years old. He will be turning 101 on the 23rd, and I'm so excited. I got to meet him. He was a World War I and World War II veteran, and today he received all his medals. So Congressman Brian Higgins was there, and Mayor Robert Restein was there, myself, and lots of other people and his family. And this man is from Spain, so it's just amazing how he started out in Spain, but he ends up here in Niagara Falls. Such an amazing story, and that is the picture right there. You can see lots and lots of pictures. I put them on Facebook today because I wanted everybody to see. I'm just so excited. And guess what? He walked in on the cane. So I want to go back and make sure I have some deeper conversation with him because I want to hear all about his relationship and was he a missing piece. So let's get started on today. I want everybody to tune in. Send me your comments, send me a hello. I want to know who's out there and who's listening. And I definitely want to hear from the men today because I heard a lot of comments from the women, one or two from the men. So please get back at your girl. I want to hear what you have to say about these missing pieces. And I also got some comments about, your skin is bright, you looking very beautiful, what's going on, you got a glow on your face. Well, I've been using some new products and I'm excited to talk about that today. Yes, I've been using Beauty by Nas. She does facials and all of that here. She has some excellent products and you can't just go and buy these products off the shelf. You have to get these from an esthetician, and she is that. Remember, I had her on the show and I said she had her hands in so many pots. So I don't want to just take, all the bowels for this. I want to talk about her products because it's not me. I do drink a lot of water. I have been changing the way I eat. I've been exercising, and I'm here to tell you today I've lost 15 pounds. I got some more pounds to go, and it has been a work, but we're going to mix all of that into the story. So please keep in mind, you can also contact Nas, Beauty by Nas. You can reach her here also at Nas 716 Studio, and if she happened to dip into the studio while I'm here today, you can see her number up on the screen, 716-531-2075. And I want to share just a little tidbit about those products. These are the real deal. I have used oil of Olay and all those other kind of products. Good evening, cuz. We got Cincinnati in the house. All right, we got Philly in the house. All right, Pittsburgh in the house. How you doing, Evangelist Carr? I'm so glad to see you. Blessings to you. Now, about these products, like I said, I've used others, brand names and stuff, but these, when they say it's the vitamin C, it's not wrapped up in some lotion or a cream. You got the real liquid vitamin C that you're putting on your face. And I know that has a lot to do with the glow. I mean, the scrub, everything. I can go on and on, but I love it. I mean, the aloe moisturizer I use on my face, it's the real slippery aloe. It's not some play aloe. I just want to tell you all that. It's not covered up in cream. You're getting the real deal. So you might want to look into Nas, Beauty by Nas. Again, 716-531-2075. Now let's get into the missing piece. Hey, how you doing, Dr. Scott? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I'm on my wellness journey. I had this scare from my doctor when he said my blood pressure was a little elevated. That's enough. I don't want to be on meds. Let me just fight for this. And I want to tell you, it has been a fight and an eye-opening about how much sugar I was taking in too. But we want to get into this missing piece. I want to ask our producer, Honest, he's going to play a little of that clip for us so we can catch some of the people up. And I'm looking for everyone to still keep shooting me those comments. Let me know that you out there and I'm not just here by myself. Come on, hit us with a little bit of this clip.
By Shel Silverstein. The missing piece sat alone, waiting for someone to come along and take it somewhere. Some fit, but could not roll. Others could roll, but did not fit. One didn't know a thing about fitting, and another didn't know a thing about anything. One was too delicate. One put it up on a pedestal and left it there. Some had too many pieces missing. Some had too many pieces, period. More came. Some looked too closely. Others rolled right by without noticing. It tried to make itself more attractive. It didn't help. It tried being flashy, but that just frightened away the shy ones.
And I'm excited. I want to hear some what all of you have to say about these missing pieces as I open it up. I'm going to bring us all up to date. So we know that this is a children's book that I ran into, and it's on video. So I'm excited about that. So you can check it out. You can take it to your own personal groups. You can use this video any way you want. I don't own this. So I'm using somebody else's book, and I just take those things and I let it speak to me. So here it says that being a missing piece, and I'm talking about being single. Okay, not in a relationship yet. And people feel like they're missing something. I need to be connected to somebody, right? So now here this missing piece said he kept trying all these different pieces and they didn't fit. But he kept on trying, and I want to say, okay, he kept trying, it didn't fit. And then it was like sometimes he had too many pieces or she had too many pieces, trying to have too many connections going at one time. So you're not really focused on the one. And that can cause a problem when you're trying to have a relationship, right? And then it said that it rolled on by. Some people didn't even see you, didn't see me, didn't see whoever, and just kept on walking. You wasn't even noticeable to them. And then they tried to make themselves up so they could be everything that person wanted them to be. And boy, here we go. This is where we're about to dig in. And I put this question out there. Are you a missing piece or are you a waiting piece? Are you missing, because I got to connect to somebody, or are you waiting? And I want to hear some feedback on today. I really want to know, where are you in that walk? People who are married, okay, so no, you're neither one of them, right? You're not missing, you're not waiting, you're connected already. But we would love to hear your feedback. Thank you, Nas. She said, thank you, Vicky. I'm glad you love the products. I've been using the products for over 6 years, and the products can't be shipped anywhere in the U.S. And I just want to put it out there. Please, you need to try these. I wouldn't say it if it didn't work. I just don't push anything that doesn't work. So we put it out there now. So we're going to see what happens. Anybody that's looking for sure right now product that will work on especially black skin. And this works on any skin. That's what I like about this. So back to this missing piece. I had to take a look at this. It didn't fit in anywhere. And that's when I want to encourage people. Take a look at where you are. Why aren't you fitting in? And so as I kept looking at this and reading this and thinking about it and praying about it, what was the one thing that people don't talk about when you're in your singleness, when you're just that missing piece, right? It's about you. You heard me talking about my fitness journey, my health journey, right? Things I need to do for me. Let me take a look at me. Okay, let me see, how am I? Am I ready to be connected to somebody? That's a real important question. Are you ready to be connected? Are you ready? And people don't want to talk about that. They want to tell you all about, hey, this is what you do, and are you doing this? And don't even go to the grocery store without your makeup on. But are you ready to be connected to somebody? You know, have you healed from that last relationship? I found out just from talking to a lot of people, male and females, that what happened in the last relationship, you taking it into the next relationship, and you haven't even given yourself a chance to heal. And then the famous question I get is, well, how long does it take to heal? Only you will know. Only you will know how long it takes to heal. And I want to hear from some of the married people on this podcast today. You know, talk to us. You know, how long was it before you got married? You know, did you have to go through a healing process? Oh, we want to hear about that, because I don't want people to walk into this blind. I believe that this is here to help someone, or else I wouldn't have been pulled into this whole subject. So now we're working on us. That means you got to hear some very hard feedback. Here you go, Evangelist Carl. She said she was content with me and my waiting. And that's where we got to get to, being content with you. Not being desperate, not trying to force yourself on somebody. And you know what happens? A lot of times, family try and push us on people. Oh, that's the person right there. I believe he'll make a good person for you. How do you know? Have you been with this person in every season? You know, have you heard how she talked to people when she get angry? You know, can he manage his anger? Can she manage hers? And for me, it was like, do they have a relationship with God? I don't want anybody that didn't have a relationship with God, because I knew we were on the same foundation. So this missing piece, what should you be doing at this time of your singleness? As you're not missing, you just disconnected. You're not connected to anyone yet. Not in that intimate area, not into becoming one, not being ready for marriage yet. So what should we be doing while we're preparing for marriage? We should be healing, number one. We should be improving, number two. Okay, and we really need to take a hard, long look at ourselves, okay? Because I heard myself say something one time to somebody. I responded, and it was so harsh. It was so harsh, but I finally heard it. Because a lot of times people talk, but they don't know how they sound. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Well, that's how I heard it, though, because that's how it came out. And that right there pushed people away. I don't want to be connected to that, because I heard how she talked. I was helping somebody move one time. This person went off on their uncle so bad. I was like, wow, are they going to ever get connected? Yeah, they did years down the line. But that was stuff they had to work on, right? And I just want to put that out there. How are you responding and communicating to other people? Are you talking? Are you talking to them, or are you talking at them? People watch everything you do in your singleness. You know, how do you carry yourself? How are you dressing? How are you talking? Taking care of your health. All right, I want to go there. I want us to be real. How do you manage money? They watch all of that. You know, remember we talk about on Thursdays, Mind Your Business with Nas. You got to tune in, because you know, you got to learn how to manage your finances. There you go. Mind Your Business with Nas on Thursdays. Faith Matters with Dr. Nasir Khan on Wednesday. Tuesdays, myself, and Clearing the Myths with Ken Hamilton is on Monday. But you want to, you know, I look at all of that. You know, how is this person managing their finances? And if they have children, how do they handle their children? How do they deal with their children? Because I heard people say, oh, he really take care of his kids. Really? The kids aren't with them. So how are you knowing that? Are you really asking all the right questions? Let's see some more of that clip. Give me your comments. I want them to roll right in. Like Evangelist Carr would say, pop in corning with your comments. Go ahead.
At last, one came along that fit just right. But all of a sudden, the missing piece began to grow and grow. Well, I didn't know you were going to grow. I didn't either, said the missing piece. I'm looking for my missing piece. One that won't increase. Bye. And then one day, one came along who looked different. What do you want of me? Asked the missing piece. Nothing. What do you need from me? Nothing. Who are you? Asked the missing piece. I am the Big O, said the Big O. I think you're the one I've been waiting for, said the missing piece. Maybe I'm your missing piece. But I'm not missing a piece, said the Big O. There's no place you would fit. That's too bad, said the missing piece. I was hoping that perhaps I could roll with you. You cannot roll with me, said the Big O, but perhaps you can roll by yourself. By myself? Missing piece cannot roll by itself. Have you ever tried? Asked the Big O. But I have sharp corners, said the missing piece. I'm not shaped for rolling. Corners wear off, said the Big O, and shapes change. Anyhow, I must say goodbye. Perhaps we will meet again. And it rolled away. The missing piece was alone again. For a long time, it just sat there. Then, slowly, lifted itself up onto one end and flopped over. Then, lift, pull, flop. It began to move forward. And soon its edges began to wear off, and its shape began to change. And then it was bumping instead of flopping. And then it was bouncing instead of bumping. And then it was rolling instead of bouncing. And it didn't know where, and it did not care. It was rolling. The Missing Piece Meets the Big O by Shel Silverstein.
Okay, now you've seen the end of the video clip, and I'm excited to hear what you got to say. I understand Evangelist Carr had a comment for us. Most singles don't really know what they want in a relationship. Best to know yourself and what you want in a relationship that leads to marriage. That is a great statement, and you're absolutely right. So I want to say to all our singles right now, it's a season of singleness. If you desire to be married in your season of singleness, I want to say get that notebook and start writing those things down that you're looking for. Because people are like, this is not a grocery list. No, it isn't, but it will help you to stay focused. So when you start meeting people, you'll say, no, that's not what I remember. I said I didn't want that. Don't settle for what you don't want. All right. Embrace what you do want. So I'm excited about what we've seen here so far, because it said, that one came and they started to grow and they didn't fit. That's a very important part in a relationship I want to talk about, because as people mature, men start going through andropause, when women go through menopause, and then they don't talk to each other and they start to change and they don't have those conversations because they start being embarrassed about where they are and what their body is going through, right? But change and growth, and it says anything that change must be growing, and anything that grows must change. So during those changing processes, you have to have lots of conversation. There are some pieces that get together where the age is a big difference, but somehow they fit. Right? But to continue that fitting, you got to continue talking. You can't get in a relationship and start feel like you're comfortable now, so now you don't talk about what's really happening, what's really on your mind, what's really going on, and how can I help you and you help me? How can I feel safe? So we seen that piece tangled into that round piece, and it said, you know what? The round piece, the Big O said, I don't need anything. I'm not missing anything. And that's where we need to get to. I've seen in a lot of relationship, hurting people embrace the first thing that comes along. And it's a true story. I like to watch a lot of Dateline and that kind of stuff. So that they were showing this story where this guy, he went around and he preyed on lonely women. And guess where he met them at? The church. He was in the church and he met this vulnerable lady, and she had children. Her children had been taken away from her. So he seen her crying a lot in church, and he approached her. This is all a true story. And he approached her and he said, you know what? I'm going to help you get your kids back. And he married her. And she said, how? He said, I'll marry you. I'll help you get your kids back. And she was so excited because remember, hurting people. She was hurting. And and we know hurting people hurt people. And that's where he was. He was a hurting person too. So he hurt other people from years of abuse that he went through. So he married her, helped her get her kids back. And then she got sick and went into a hospital. And guess what he did? He took her kids, ran off to a whole nother state. So people thought that was the man's wife. That's how long he was with the one daughter. Took the other kids to some home or something. He didn't want them. He wanted this one beautiful girl. And eventually he made her, he was raising her, showing her how to dance and stuff. That's right, Evangelist Carr. Communication is a must. And he married her, had her out there stripping, making money for both of them to live, had a baby with her. And people, he went out to another place, changed their names. So when they got married, nobody knew who they were. She had this baby for him. And he said, if you ever try to leave me, I'll kill you. And he was trying to mess with her friends and all of that kind of stuff. And eventually, when she tried to leave him, he did kill her. No, to the point where no one even knew her real name. And it took some digging, and it took some people who loved her. Matter of fact, it was some people she was stripping with who really liked her as a friend. And they helped to find out who she really was and what her life was all about. And they found her real mother, who was crushed about it. So don't let people, just because you're in a vulnerable situation, you have to make sure that you don't make desperate decisions. Don't do that. I don't care how it hurt. You find somebody you can trust to help you make the right decisions, because you can make some mistakes when you make desperate decisions. She lost her life. Her son doesn't know his mother because she made a desperate decision. And we don't want that to happen in relationships. I want to see people happy, right? I was very happy in my in the marriage to my late husband. Very, very, very happy. So that's one thing I want you to pay attention to. The missing piece, the big O, started giving the missing piece some advice. Here's the great thing. The missing piece, listen. Listen. How many times people don't listen? You don't know how many times I've had this conversation. My mama said, you need to talk to your nieces. Why? They don't listen. But this missing piece, listen. Okay, every Ruth have a Naomi. That's what I say. We need somebody with that wisdom that we trust, to have our well-being in mind. Vicky, I only want what's best for you in mind, so I can listen and I can get that wisdom. Like fathers pass down to sons, mother pass down to daughters. You got to have a listening ear, because they lived the life before us. They made some mistakes, and prayerfully they learned from their mistakes. But the missing piece, he listened and said, you know what? He pointed out some hard things. That's another thing. If you're going to be connected to somebody, that person who's going to mentor you have to point out some hard topics to you. Look at you. You are pointy. And matter of fact, the missing piece was like, yeah, I'm pointed here and there, and I can do this and that. And many times, sometimes we can point out our faults, but most of the time we point out what's good. But when you're dating, you're gathering data. So I like the way those two different people, those two different pieces, stood there and started sharing data. She said, listen with your ears and with your eyes. Yes, thank you, Evangelist Carr. You're right. Okay, Tawana, what she said, I've got to listen in my engagement. Listening without talking was hard. Yes, 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 yes. And I'm going to throw something out there. Lisa Lee, hey, sis, they may not be hearing you now, but they will remember you later. You're absolutely right. But I want them to meet somebody and stay connected. I'm going to tell you something that gets in the way of listening. Sex. Oh, yeah, I'm going to put it out there. It gets in the way of listening. You stop listening once you mess that up, because dating is for gathering data. Don't be jumping into something too soon. Did you get enough data about this person? Okay, guess what? I've seen people go on dates and I'm like, so what you find out? Nothing. They did all the talking. They did all the talking. You can't do that. You want to listen. You want to know exactly what you're getting into. And friends, I want to say this. Good friends will tell you what's what. You know, me and Evangelist Carr have been friends for years, and she's always told me the truth, and I will share with her the truth. You know, it wasn't about, hey, I want to hurt you or anything like that. Dr. Scott, she was on here earlier. She would give me the truth, and I would give her the truth. You know, because we need that. You need to know that they have your best interest in mind. And what they're saying is not to hurt you, but it's to help you. And if you don't have somebody you can trust like that, that's the first thing you got to do. Find somebody you can trust like that can help you be the best you can be. You know, I was just taking this long road before I went back to school, and I had a friend that said, why are you making all these excuses? Man, that hit me like a ton of bricks. Yep, I know you laughing, Evangelist Carr. Hey, family, brother-in-law Al on the podcast tonight. I'm glad. I want to hear your comments. You know, and here's the thing. When those two pieces came together and they were different, because people think, oh, yeah, guess what? We both like football, and we both like to go running and walking, and we both, okay, that's great that, you know, your similarities brought you together. But I already have this. I need somebody that's going to make me whole. I want to see what those different areas are. Okay, with my late husband, he was very calm and mellow and always the same all the time. And I had that energy. So where he needed energy, I was giving him energy. And when I needed to be calm and, you know, speak more slowly and all of that, he was giving me that, and I welcomed it. You know, so don't be pushing people away because they're different. That's who you want to listen to. Okay, you want to see, let me see how we can be together. And and here's a test. Here's something you can try. And I know we're about to cut off in a second. But, you know, I ask people, try this. What do a refrigerator and a cat have in common? Take that. Take that for your homework tonight. What do a refrigerator and a cat have in common? And that's what you're looking for. Is there any common ground besides, you know, all of this with us being different? How can we work it together? You can, and you will, as soon as you heal and be all that you can be. And whatever you do in that different relationship, don't blame them for what you didn't do for you. I find that to be a problem too. Don't blame them for what you didn't do for you. And that's a whole nother podcast, because we still got to talk about how this missing piece started turning and changing. Come on, turning and changing, growing and changing. So when they came up on each other again, it was a whole new conversation. Because I changed and they changed. Because we real good at this. Look what I'm doing. I'm pointing all of my fingers. I'm pointing them at you. I'm showing you, hey, it's you. You're wrong. It's you. See what's wrong with you? But look at all these fingers pointing back at me to tell me what's wrong with me. Thank you for letting me share. I want to hear those comments about this. I'm excited. We may touch on this a little bit next week. But remember, being alone is only for a season. If you desire to be married, it is only for a season. So for your season of singleness, enjoy your best life. All right. So like I always say, to the world, you might be one person, but to one person, you might be the world. Remember, tune in Monday through Thursday at 6:00 p.m. On Mondays, it's Clearing the Mist with Ken Hamilton. Tuesday is myself, Vibing with Vicky. Wednesday is Faith Matter with Dr. Nasir Khan. And on Thursday is Mind Your Business. Tune in to Nas 716 Studio. And I also want to remind you about Beauty by Nas. Please give her a call. These products are like none other. It's not all fluffed up with lotion and all this other stuff. You get the real deal. I'm telling you, I just enjoy having a real deal of this. Can I get her phone number back up? Well, the real deal of this vitamin C serum. I mean, the exfoliant we have, just all types of wonderful stuff to bring that glow out. And I know it's in you, and we want to be your best you. So when that other piece come looking for you, you be shining so bright. Shining so bright he can't miss you, right? So that's Beauty by Naj. You can contact her at 716-531-2075. She is a licensed esthetician, and trust me, she did not know I was going to say this, but I'm so excited about what these products are doing. So again, remember, to the world you might be one person, but to one person you might be the world. Thank you for letting me share.
In the community. NAS 716 is a vision that my husband and I had to help others in the community.
So here in the building we have over 20 offices. About half of them are already rented with different professional services. We have a chiropractor, a massage therapist, eyebrow threading, henna tattoos. BOCES is here to teach English as a second language. We have a Barrow Business Services that helps people start their own businesses.
My goals and dreams have always occupied a space in my mind, but because of NAS 716, I'm able to put those goals and dreams into action.
The way I found NAS 716 is by online. I was looking for a couple places. This was very convenient for me where I was. I love, my space. It's perfect for what I do. I do lashes. It's just been I've had a lot of creative freedom here. I've worked at a couple salons before, so I've never had this experience of being solo. I come and go as I please. Everyone is super nice here. I feel very welcomed. It feels like a family.
We are located in Wheatfield, New York. It's close to the Niagara Falls Airport, and it has ample parking, 24-hour security systems.
We have various room sizes available for rent on a monthly or annual basis. This is your perfect business incubator. If you want to schedule a tour, please contact us at 716-531-2075, and we look forward to meeting you.